Welcome to Oilers Nation Everyday with your hosts, Tyler and Liam.
Oilers and Panthers at Rogers Place. Last time that happened. Oh, that's gross. The time before that. Oh, that's even worse. Well, let's get into it with the lead. Not a great matchup for the Oilers historically at Rogers Place. Last two times hasn't quite gone their way. But welcome into Oilers Nation Everyday. We're live from the Sports Closet studio, ready for a game day edition of the program. A new Sports Closet mystery player coming later on today. And when I fired up my prep sheet, Liam, the clues were already in there. Did a ghost do it?
Must have been a ghost. It was me.
I know it was you. I don't know who it is. I'm going to play along with the YouTube chat today. So excited for that. The show, a presentation of Bet365. Hockey fans, check out Bet365's 3-goal early payout. When your team goes up 3, you get paid. It's that simple. Download the app today. Must be 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Boy, it would be fun to see the Edmonton Oilers take a 3-goal lead at some point tonight as they continue their homestand. You're fired up?
It's belt miss.
What were you drinking before the show?
AG1.
I'm still drinking.
You got a little bit on your mustache.
Let me together.
Other side. There you go. There you go. You on a health kick?
What? Aren't
What
we
is
all?
AG1.
Okay.
Jay's always been on the AG1.
It's my green powder.
Every day?
I'm now taking it at the office and not at home.
Okay. What about that water bottle you had that swirled the water? You still in on that?
Oh, the hydrogen infuser? I still have it.
All right.
Yeah.
Game day edition of the show. You're feeling good, obviously, hey?
I mean, let's break this down.
Okay.
I think, which is, I guess, the
point.
the
Yeah,
point of this show.
We have 90 minutes.
To break down?
Yeah.
Well, okay, there's the sourness of losing to them 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
There is the fact that we're still got to win some hockey games, and we're in the now sans Leon adversity window, which is a positive. We have to view it positively. And Florida is decimated with injuries. So, belt ass.
Yeah, I mean, really.
They have to floor. They have to demolish the Panthers for a lot of reasons.
And the Panthers, I mean, listen, they're in the middle of a pretty long road trip here as well, which is noteworthy. I think a team out of the playoffs who's towards the end of a long road trip, like they already played the Kraken and the Canucks on this swing through the West. I think that's something as well. You watched that game the other day against the Canucks. They looked incredibly disinterested, I think would be a polite way to put it. They're running out the clock here on the season, but you do know that pulling into Edmonton, there's going to be a bit of a motivating factor. And I'll
Maybe.
stop.
They've already done the job twice.
You don't think Matt Tkachuk wants to stick it to the Oilers a little bit?
You mean the slowest skater in the league, Matthew Tkachuk?
Really?
Or something? I saw some post on social about how slow he is. Like how his average speed is in the lower echelon of NHL players.
I think the Tkachuks are. People line up to hate them, don't they?
I had a dream the other night that I was at a hockey game.
Yep.
And we're ripping the Tkachuks, and they're sitting right beside us. And I'm like, hey, Brady, don't take it personal. We just don't like you or your brother.
You probably can understand what you were saying anyway.
Did we talk about the new segment on their podcast the other day?
That once again, that is bulletin board. Like I wish if Leon was playing tonight, 5 points.
Yeah, I could see that.
I just hate that it's Tkachuk that can do it because it's.
Well,
it's
then
so
we should be taking our liberties tonight.
No, I agree.
No, I'm against that. I say
Why?
just go beat them 5-0.
Oh, do
Beat him
both.
every way.
Sure. Oh, okay, sure.
I just think that. Look when Tkachuk made that chirp to Draisaitl. His wingers were Josh Szymanski and another guy who plays in Germany.
Meanwhile, he's ripping Team German. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it's like read the room, man. It's just silly.
Yeah.
The Panthers tonight, by the way, getting. I mean, it's hard to say they're getting a little bit healthier. Obviously, Alexander Barkov's still on IR. They're missing Brad Marchand, who's on IR, not expected to play. Sam Reinhart not going to play tonight. He's already been ruled out for the rest of the road trip. Nico Mikkola on the blue line was a healthy scratch against Vancouver on Tuesday, which was kind of weird. But that was with Seth Jones coming back, so they got a bit of reinforcements.
Interesting.
Eetu Luostarinen is listed as day-to-day on daily face-off. He was out for maintenance against Vancouver earlier on in the trip, so the expectation is he might be able to play. Rodriguez was maintenance as well. So, again, they got a bunch of guys who I think they're just pulling guys out of the lineup at this point, if we're being honest. And, I mean, this is still, to be fair, a pretty decent collection of guys. Sam Bennett's back. That top line is still a top line. The second line with Lundell and Luostarinen. Third line has Evan Rodriguez. Like, they still got players. This isn't going to be, a pushover game by any means.
But we need to make it look like one.
Correct. And I think that's why, and we don't really do keys to victory all that much, but, like, getting out to a good start here and kind of breaking their spirit, I think, would be very, very important. Like, don't give them a chance to lay a couple big hits early and get the first goal and start to build up any momentum. Like, if you can get out of the gates hot tonight, I think that'll go a really long ways. Yeah,
I would agree. How did it go last time they played him? The Oilers took the lead and then it got tied, and I think they kind of not ran away, but I think they had a healthy lead on them in that game too, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I think you're correct. They played them back in November, I believe. Yeah, it was a 6-3 win for the Oilers on a Saturday. Roslovic scored early. Roslovic had 2 by the end of the third. Oh yeah, that was a Dog Patch game?
Yeah, it was a Dog Patch.
Yeah, we were down at Dog Patch. Shout out to Dog Patch, by the way. I had the I'm forgetting the name of it, but what's the meatball sub called? Oh, it has a certain name.
Yeah.
It's so damn good.
Yeah, no, it's legit.
I'm like already itching to go get another one.
Legit.
It's that good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Oilers got 2 empty netters and won the game 6-3 against Florida last time out.
Nice.
That was a point in the season where we thought they had fully turned it around.
Well, they just lost to Tampa Bay 2-1 in what should have been
a spirited game. Calvin Pickard, big night.
Saved his life for a month. And then
you could honestly argue
that game changed the Oilers' entire season.
Yes. I would, this is going to sound bad. I would trade that 2-1 OT loss for a 7-0 loss because it probably would have meant Pickard was on waivers and Ingram was up the next day.
Yeah.
And I'll sacrifice that 1 point in the standings.
And then we still have Skinner?
To have not made the Tristan Jarry trade.
Yeah. Well, you got to think you would have made it back anyway. Because of all the games Jarry has been terrible in, surely you would have picked up that extra point one way or another.
Probably. Yeah.
With Skinner or Ingram. But that didn't happen. Maybe in an alternate universe.
Maybe, Liam.
The stacked sub was the name of the meatball sub.
Thank you. The stacked sub at Dog Patch. That's what my game day's powered by today.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's meaty.
Oilers, hey, on the heels of winning back-to-back, boys. They've only won 3 in a row once all year.
Crazy. They look good, though, right now. I feel like they're playing decent hockey. Even minus the Dallas game, the past couple of weeks have been pretty solid.
Some pretty complete efforts.
I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Broke my elbow.
Jay's not dialed in enough with meme culture from 10 years ago to get that. Continue. It's very funny if you know what he's talking about.
I was in Toronto this past week, and then on Saturday I was fortunate enough to go to the NHL PA Man of the Year ceremony where Paul Coffey was the recipient
Cool.
of the reward. First off, such a funny fucking guy. Holy shit.
Paul Coffey?
His speech was unbelievable, and his delivery, and man, does that guy love music. But he had said something. He's like, when I came and joined the Oilers, I was having my, I was coming in to help the defense, and then he just immediately singled out Evan Bouchard. And he's like, I was talking to Bouchard. It's not even a joke. This is just part of the thing. So I'm just like, he's like, as long as the good outweighs the bad, you're going to be fine. And that perspective, I've sat on that. And as long as the good outweighs the bad, and I know my sentiment towards Bouchard can be slanted negatively, but given the amount he plays, the amount of points he's racking up, once again, the amount he plays, and if you factor that against the mistakes that he makes, and you put that as like some kind of ratio, he's doing good. He's doing good, and he is a big reason for why we're even have a chance this season.
He might be the best story on the team this year.
He's going to win the fucking Norris.
He
Well,
could win the Norris.
He
There's a lot of talk.
I know, but the gap, like the gap in points now is
Crazy.
It's crazy.
growing.
At some point, that's got to force the decision. Does he
Similar-
skate around like Cale Makar? No, but he does a lot of other good things. A lot of other things good, and he's on the ice a lot. And his plus minus since November, that's real.
Since that Colorado game.
Yeah.
That's when he really turned.
Yeah,
With Evan Bouchard on the ice at 5-on-5 this year, the Edmonton Oilers are plus 14. With Evan Bouchard off the ice at 5-on-5 this year, the Edmonton Oilers are minus 29.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but it's what he's not doing, and his offense is always there. But obviously, that's found another gear. Like he's
You know what I think is
a factor now.
think
He is a factor.
I think he's matured. I
Yep.
think that's a good way to put it. It's
The
like
the
he's
start of the
getting-
season was a little rough. I was
agree.
like, oh
Totally.
no! I'm like, these are the things that drive me crazy. But
Yeah.
that's been mitigated.
I think the other side of it too is like, I do think his power play work needs to come into the conversation as well. Like
those goals count.
Well, it's not even that. It's like he is on pace to now quarterback the power play that should be the best all time for the second time in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And also when you consider that Cale Makar is 30th in the league, whatever it is, like it just shows how good he is.
That's
And-
Nathan McKinnon, man.
But-
I
well,
swear to
yeah,
God,
that's fair.
if Bouch was in McCarr's situation, similar. McKinnon just shoots the puck too much. We facilitate.
I forgot we had that conversation. You're right.
He's a
Yeah.
power play killer and a Connor McDavid anchor.
And a gold medal killer, I would say.
That's harsh. If he was used appropriately, driving his own line, because that's what he needs to be doing, would have been fine. And then you have to really think about the power play. It's tough not to put him out, but
So I want to keep this I have a point to make, but first, it is a game day edition of the show, and game days here on ONE are powered by Capital GMC Buick. Check out their extensive inventory of top quality vehicles like the 2026 GMC Terrain Denali or the 2026 Sierra Denali. Ultimate Capital GMC Buick is Edmonton's highest volume GMC dealer, and it's the #1 certified pre-owned dealer in Alberta. And 5 different guys on the team currently drive a whip from Capital GMC Buick.
Denali's are slick.
They are very nice. Check them out online at capitalgmcbuick.ca or in person at 9751 34th Ave Northwest. I think it's funny the amount of hate that Evan Bouchard. It's obviously quieted down quite a bit. But remember that year they got Matthias Ekholm at the deadline. What was all of the talk for the 3 months leading up to getting Matthias Ekholm? It was not quite that Ekholm was the prize. It was, whoa, San Jose or Pittsburgh, wherever, they might trade Erik Karlsson. And this fan base was like in love and enamored. And I'm speaking in generalities here, obviously, but like they were enamored at the idea of a defenseman like Erik Karlsson on this team. Can you imagine if we had a D-man like Erik Karlsson to get Connor McDavid the puck and all of these things? We loved it. We were ready to move heaven and high water for Erik Karlsson.
Stylistically, they're two different D, though. You have to be honest. You can't say Erik Karlsson. Bouchard was still in where he was, and Erik Karlsson was at his age, and that is a guy that can go up and down both ends of the ice with so much ease.
I think a lot of the same things that drive people absolutely bonkers about Evan Bouchard, they would be driven to madness about with Erik Karlsson.
I think
Potentially.
Right?
Like,
maybe in different ways. Like he would be up in the ice probably too much. He would be bad pinches, odd man rushes, like all of these things. Where Bouchard, I get it's more of like the turnovers with the puck. But like the point is this fan base was in love with the idea of getting an elite puck-moving defenseman to play with Connor McDavid. And then it's like you had one and you don't realize how good you got it. And that's why I'm happy that now you see the Strudwicks and stuff like that. Guys are going on national radio shows and like beating the table of like this guy needs to be in the Norris conversation.
No, he does. It's because he's tightened up a lot of those. Does he still make some mistakes? Yes, but once again, if the good outweighs the bad, you're gonna be okay. Like that is really sunk with me. And the thing is his bad was really bad to start the season.
it was really bad.
And even his offense was a little bit slow, like to where he's at right now. So like then he just since November.
Well, at one point, Bouchard, I think, was minus 12 on the season.
Yeah.
And that was when he was going through all these gaffes where he's just like, couldn't
And so
handle
those
the puck.
crazy things, or just or passing it to ghosts, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it was just like, why would you do that? Now that's limited. Like, obviously he is settled in. Is this the first year of his big money deal?
It is, and I was just going to say
that also that has an impact too. 'Cause
but
he
it says
feels
a
the
lot
pressure.
that that's not a conversation now. Hey, like no one's sitting here being like, God, like.
Well,
they're-
if he was still doing it, you'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, it's because it's the first year this feels the pressure. He felt the pressure, but his superpower is he doesn't feel pressure. So
Yeah.
he got over it. So, yeah, man, it's tough to not. Yeah, he needs his flowers. He does, and he needs to be in the conversation. I know he is, but given like who's in competition, Werenski
Werenski, McCaw.
and McCarr.
This kind of seems like the only two.
Okay, so
Boosh is still plus 600.
we got
Sider, I
the
guess,
point. I know we got the points. We got the points where he's dominating. We got Werenski, who's minus a lot. I don't know what McCarr's at.
He's having a bad year.
It's weird that he's having a bad year and the team's doing so well.
Yeah, I agree.
Gabe. Yeah, it's. I'm on the Bouch for Norris train. Let's go.
So
I'm you know what? I'm gonna make the bet right now.
you know what? Me
I
too.
feel bad for Rick. Oh, no, sorry, I don't feel bad for Rick. I'm jealous. I'm envious
Yeah.
of Rick for getting it at what, plus 3,500?
Yeah,
His cash out's insane.
I'm gonna do it too.
I'm gonna ride as well.
Yeah, I
I'm doing
honestly
it right
might.
now.
I
Thank
might
you,
do it too.
Bet365.
Werenski is now the favorite,
Yeah.
minus 105.
Why? What is he doing?
I think
Is Columbus going to make the playoffs when they shouldn't? Like,
They might sneak in. Yeah,
their record since they fired their coach is
crazy.
absolutely insane. They've had 22 games under Rick Bowness. They're 16-2-4.
wow.
what's Werenski in that
He's-
time frame?
He's their leading scorer, and he's he's second on the team in points next to only Charlie Coyle. He's averaging more than 3 minutes time on ice more than any other teammate in that stretch. I think he sneaky has a better MVP case than he does a Norris case. And I said that dating back to last year when I think he snuck in and went and finished third in Norris voting.
Plus 50,000 for the Hart Trophy, by the way, for Werenski. His odds aren't even up. Ross, never mind.
I know this is probably really good.
All of us
Viewing
putting
us.
Evan.
I think
yeah, where do
everyone's
I
in.
look here?
It's
written in
in
Spanish.
for some reason.
So you want to go Temporada regular premium?
Oh, okay. All right.
and then
Temporada.
scroll down to Norris.
Well, this would be good. I'll have my Bouchard future, and I'll cash it out the same day I get my Matthew Schaefer future.
I mean, your cash out on that's probably just worth taking, isn't it?
It's yeah, but he's minus 8,000. I may as well wait.
Just take that money and start betting it on.
All right. Bet is placed.
He's over the threshold now of like what should be the minimum. I know there isn't one, but
Yeah.
there kind of is. And Matthew Schaefer, what a player!
Oh, hell of a player.
Yeah.
Hell of a player.
I got him. So at the start of the season, I got Schaefer's plus 1,800 to win the Calder.
Wow.
Crazy for the first overall pick.
Yeah,
But
I think
Who was the favorite?
Demidov was like plus
Demidov.
650.
Okay, boys. A couple of game day things for our friends at Capital Buick GMC. The Oilers today putting Leon Draisaitl on LTIR.
Can I just say one other thing? Just because you said that, then Bouchard's case will be better if he continues to play well with Draisaitl out too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll drive.
It'll be
it
part
a
of the
little
narrative for sure.
bit. So I think this is a good timing to get it on. Sorry.
So Leon Draisaitl on LTIR, not exactly a surprising bit of news there, although I do think an important note just on the Draisaitl front before we move on. Elliot Friedman, in his written 32 thoughts today, had this to say. One more note about Leon Draisaitl. Oilers GM Stan Bowman said there's no reason to compare his situation to Matthias Ekholm's from 1 year ago, along the lines of only a long playoff run would be necessary for him to play in the postseason. So again, Bowman kind of doubling down on what he said yesterday, which is end of the regular season is the timeline, and they seem pretty confident in that. So this isn't something, again, they were very vague about it, and I think it's fair with their history to kind of raise some questions of like why, if there is legitimately a chance he can play at the end of the regular season and he doesn't need surgery and all this stuff, why are you not just labeling him as week to week or saying he's out 3 to 4 weeks or something like that? Like, why did you specifically just rule him out for the rest of the regular season? But Bowman, again, doubling down, saying Leon Draisaitl's not going to be something where, you know,
Maximum healing.
Yeah, I guess it's just, again, kind of odd that with the playoff race being what it is.
I just think, I think also in that interview he's like, the doctor said it would be a month, which is just the end of the regular season, or the minimum. Something along those lines. So it just sounds way more extreme, but it's only a month. You know, the last game of the season is April 16th, or right around there. So I think it just sounds a little bit worse than it is, but I'm very confident Leon Draisaitl will play game 1.
100%.
Hundy P.
Yeah, I honestly have no doubt.
Hundy P.
Oilers call up Roby Jarventie with Draisaitl on LTIR. An important note to make in all of this. Jarventie, Max Jones, I think there's one other name in there as well. They have all been classified as emergency recalls by the Edmonton Oilers. Szymanski's the third one, yes.
Is Szymanski still on emergency?
Still on emergency. You're only allowed to have 4 players. You're only allowed to call up 4 players from the American League on standard recalls from the deadline till the end of the season. So Edmonton still has all 4 of their official recalls sitting in their back pocket if they need to use them. It's on an emergency basis because Kasperi Kapanen is dealing with an illness. So if Kapanen can't go tonight, Jarventie is going to be in time. That courtesy of our good friend Tony Brar. Kapanen's a game time decision. If he can't go, Jarventie will be here and will get into the lineup. This was a really positive storyline for me to see, Liam. I know we talked about it a bit yesterday. For those who don't know, by the way, Jarventie is the piece they got back in the very famous Xavier Bourgault trade with the Ottawa Senators. But Jarventie, by all accounts, last year, banged up, couldn't stay healthy. Very unfortunate. This year, he's managed to stay healthy, and he's probably been the Condors' most consistent forward.
Yeah, the thing, it was his knees. So at the start of the season, they weren't allowing him to play back-to-back games. He had to sit out the second of the back-to-back, it seemed like, for at least the first 6 weeks of the season, if I remember correctly. But then it just got to a point where he was fine, and now he's been completely healthy the entire year, minus a couple of bugs that have hit the Condors here and there. But he's had a really good season. I think he kind of fits what Edmonton would need to jam into their lineup right now, which is a bottom 6 guy, which is probably why they haven't gone with like an Isaac Howard, for example.
Yep, I think that's a good point. So again, he could play tonight if Xavier Bourgault can't go. If he does play,
If Xavier Bourgault can't go.
oh my God.
Well, he certainly will
He
not
definitely
be dressed.
cannot go.
He
so
can't go for the Oilers.
Someone asked, why did they not call up Hamlin? I think they probably just wanted a winger.
Yeah.
That would be my assumption.
They even have, and we'll talk about the lines in a second, but they have like Szymanski flipped to the wing right now. Henrique's playing good. You can keep him down the middle. They got enough centermen. If he does play tonight, he will become the 30th Oiler in franchise history to wear number 15.
Okay.
Oh my
First
goodness.
one since
Boyd Gordon.
I know.
He was number 10.
Boyd Gordon was not 15. What?
Wasn't he number 10? Alex Plant.
No.
Did he wear 15?
No, there was someone who played from 2020 to 2022 who wore number 15.
Oh my goodness.
I know it, so I can't say it.
Give me one more clue.
No, let me think on that.
Ty,
could
you
give
can
you-
give a good clue
I
here.
could give you one clue and you'd get it instantly.
Instantly.
No, I want 2020 to 22.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, this is COVID bubble year.
Yeah. Think of that
oh.
first word.
Bubble?
No.
COVID?
Kovalenko.
No, this is a guy who prided himself on being able to do his own research.
Oh, Josh Archibald. Josh Archibald.
Oh,
Josh Archibald.
that's right.
His own research.
The other names that have made number 15 so famous in this great hockey city: Alex Petrovic, Tyler
course.
Pitlick. God, I love Tyler Pitlick.
I remember when they got
He
rid
was
of him,
having a good year.
I was disappointed.
Yeah, when
I
he
think
got
they should've
hurt
kept
that
him.
season, I was like, damn, I thought they had something there. Nick Schultz.
The deadline ad for Tom Gilbert.
And Schultz.
And Schultz. Yep. Joffrey Lupul wore it for a season.
Yeah.
Kyle Brodziak, but only when he was here in 06.
Okay.
Because, of course, when he came back, Petrovic and Archibald had that thing on
Of
lock.
course. Yeah.
Brad Isbister,
Oh, jeez, is he?
Marty Reisner, but only for the stint in 02. Because he came back,
I
right?
feel like
Or did he leave?
he was 15.
For just 1 year in 02.
Okay.
Chad Kilger.
Oh, yeah. That I remember.
You guys, honestly, the rest of these names, they're nothing.
Go ahead.
Oh, nothing to you.
Don't tease us.
Dan Lacouture.
Oh, Dan Lacouture. Yeah, of course.
Sure. Drake Barahowski.
Yeah, you don't remember the Drake?
He played I was 1 year old. The guy who owned it. There's a different Oiler that wore this number like 5 years in a row. Joe Hulbig.
Holbig, yeah.
No, you know who the hell is that?
Joe Holbig.
David Roberts, not the manager of the LA Dodgers.
That
Different
one I don't know.
Frederick Olesen.
Oh yeah.
I think he still plays.
Wasn't he in a trade on deadline day? Everyone was really confused. I think it was the Kadri deal.
It was the Cadre deal, yeah.
Kevin Todd, Greg Hawgood.
Yeah, Greg Hoggood. Yeah.
Stephen Rice,
Oh yeah.
Thomas Shershen, spelled Srsen. It's too many consonants in a row. Trevor Sim, Miroslav Freiker. Here's some names I remember. Jeff Courtnall,
Yeah, of course.
Kent Nielsen,
Yeah.
Steve Graves.
You remember Steve Graves?
No.
Okay.
Mike Moeller, Jeff Brubaker, Pat Conacher, Kurt Brackenbury, Alex Tidy, and it was first worn by Wayne Bianchin.
Gretzky.
Oh.
Wow.
So there you go. There's all 30 names to have ever worn number 15. The way I did that,
It's a 90-minute show, folks. How else do we fill the
I
time?
was going to say, the way I did that, you would act like, you would think we had nothing on the prep sheet today. Like, all right, how are we going to kill 10 minutes on today's show?
So Frederick Olofsson played over 1,000 games in the NHL. Played 3 seasons with the Oilers, scored 9 goals one year, and then never scored again in the next 2 seasons. Crazy. Yeah, 1,000 games. Played for Winnipeg, Edmonton, the Mighty Ducks, Pittsburgh, Mighty Ducks again, Detroit, and he won the Cup with Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Lance says this is good content. So if Lance gives it our approval, it's
But
good enough for me.
Is it punk rock though?
I think really drilling in on number 15 is. Yep. All right. One more note on today. Mike Benning will make his hometown debut. Former
Cool.
Sherwood Park Crusader. You and I knew him a little bit during his time with the team. So congrats to Mike Benning. First game at Edmonton. Only his 3rd or 4th NHL game.
Fifth
Fifth. All right.
game. He got a point in, I think against Vancouver, or his first game or something. It is cool. First Crusader, I think, from that team to play in the NHL.
Yeah, because Carter Savoy never got a game.
Yeah, and Guyland is still making his way through. There's a
And
couple other guys.
was
Ty Mueller.
Ty Mueller.
Mueller's the first one.
He got a game, right?
Yeah, he did with Vancouver.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was a hell of a hockey
It
team.
was
They were so much
unbelievable.
fun to watch.
Yeah, shut down by COVID, which sucked. Great player. I remember once I went volunteering with Mike Benning and Carter Savoy at a restaurant. We were promoting season tickets, and both of them showed up 20 minutes late. And Mike said, "We're so sorry we stayed up till 4 a.m. playing Fortnite last night and slept through our alarms." I was like, "Well, you are both 16 years old, so this should have been expected."
Appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, just hand up.
Yeah,
Video
So-
games got the
Accountability.
message.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, and we got it. He was a great player. He made the Halinka Gretzky team one year as a junior A player, which is really cool. Like, It's just covered in CHL players. So the fact he got through is cool. National champion with Denver twice, I think. Is that a good career? He's only, what would they be, 23 now?
24?
Played with Matt Savoy, too.
Yep.
I pulled it up here. Their St. Albert junior team. What would that have been?
Jeez.
U15 triple juniors. So this was their team. So Carter Savoy led the team. Matt Savoy was on the team. Mike Benning was on the team. Ethan Edwards went to Michigan. He's drafted by New Jersey. Zacho Sapchuk is on the team.
Played last game against for San Jose.
Yeah, I think wasn't he a second round pick? Something
Yeah,
like that?
and he steamrolled someone. He smoked
Yeah.
someone in that game on Tuesday.
Ton of other Division One players, but then they all went to NAX the next season. Their goalie, Connor Unger.
Really?
Yeah.
Oiler prospect.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right. Speaking of goaltending, I want to ask you guys about that and more, but we're going to do it in our fill in the blank segment, which is a presentation of GMC. Truck Month is on now at GMC, and it's your opportunity to get into a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab at 0% financing for 72 months, which, Liam, is how many years?
6.
Attaboy.
Well, that took way too long.
Well,
No,
last
well,
time I
we're
got
working on it.
mixed
You're
up.
getting a 2-inch factory lift with off-road suspension, a powerful 5.3-liter V8 engine, and a commanding presence that demands attention. Hurry in to go see the Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab in person. Look on your screen as well.
Damn.
And take advantage of Truck Month before it ends. All right. Fill in the blank time, boys. We will start with the lineup for tonight.
Okay.
What
Do we have any leftover cake from the last time I was on, or did you guys consume it all?
There's plenty of cake in the fridge.
Yeah,
Actually.
I got to deal with that. No, we did all of our cake yesterday on the show.
Okay.
Line up today at morning skate for the Oilers. This courtesy of friend of the show, Bob Stauffer. McDavid centering the top line with Vasily Podkolzin and Matt Savoy. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Jack Roslovic and Zach Hyman. Jason Dickinson with Josh Szymanski. Curtis Lazar skating. LTIR. Obviously, that would be either the Jarventie or Kapanen spot tonight. Henrique with Jones and Frederick. You're fill in the blank. Chris Knoblauch keeping just one line together from Tuesday night is blank, Jay.
Is blank. Is navigating the Sans Leon era and rewarding players that need to be rewarded.
Interesting. My word would be questionable.
Okay.
This team generated every line, found the back of the net.
Yep.
They were buzzing. They scored 5 on the San Jose Sharks, who I know maybe that's not the greatest compliment in the world. They've been struggling to keep pucks out of their net. But they played what I would say is pretty close to a complete hockey game with those lines being structured the way that they were. I don't understand the need to jump and change it now. Podkolzin was driving offense away from McDavid. Why would you pull him away?
But remember, you can always switch it back. And we got to see what we have in this March without Leon. I'm not, like, you're right. It worked against San Jose. Granted, yeah, I'm with you. But putting Hyman with on the second line with RNH might make the second line better.
The
Doesn't matter.
second line was good last game.
It was good, but let's see what we got. Like it's an easy flip to mix it back up. Pods is it's the month of Pods. It's the season of Pods. He deserves a shot. See what that looks like.
Play the hot hand.
So-
I'm fine.
Fill in the blank, Liam. Knoblauch switching up the lines is blank.
Fine. I wonder how. So, just to refresh my memory, Dickinson was obviously on the second line, and Pods would have been on the third line.
Yeah, they had Pods, Szymanski, Kapanen.
Well, there's the reason why then. They just didn't want Szymanski and Jarventie to be on a line together.
You think it's that simple? Yeah.
I think it could be that simple. I also think having Nuge as a center is probably something they'll look to keep going throughout this little spell here. I was actually surprised.
We don't want Nuge
Nuge
as a center. Well, you don't want him as a center if you don't have to, but right now we're in a
Right
situation
now.
you do, and it puts Dickinson now in his like 13, 15-minute window, which is what you want your third line to be. If you can get 13 to 15 minutes of reliable minutes out of them, and you know what you can from Dickinson, it just pushes that reliability depth down.
I don't think those lines were as great as the result turned out to be. I mean, they had a huge lull in the second period of that game. They figured it out, but I like the idea of spreading things out. I thought Nuge and Hyman were really good in the playoffs last season as well. I wonder if that's something they look at this year as well, and maybe that's how they can keep, honestly, Draisaitl with McDavid if they wanted to go to that. And like, you start to find out a few things here about your team whilst Draisaitl's out. So I'm fine with it. The team's playing. I think they're all playing well enough right now that you can experiment a little bit more.
Gord says Dickinson needs no part of the second line. Maybe that's a factor.
Well,
They
on
don't
the
wanna-
on a properly constructed line, he is not your second line center. Granted,
Yeah.
we have a hole we need to fill, but we also have other options.
Yeah.
Lance is in and says Oilers fans love to hate the lineup, like Liam hates the French or Liam hates the Irish.
Agreed.
They're moving Pods up to the top line because he has to protect McDavid. He was throwing punches against St. Louis.
Honestly, like that could be a part of it as well. Like if
Are you worried Florida's going to be taking runs at him?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, they're dirtbags.
Yeah, they are.
They
dirtbag,
literally
but
throw
Pods
rats on the ice.
And Pods is he protects his centerman. That is actually a good call out.
Yeah,
for sure.
AJ Greer, two-legged takedown move again coming our way.
Matthew Tkachuk, like they just got so many guys who will do greasy shit because they have nothing to lose.
That actually is a fair call. Pods is our enforcer, and he can score.
Bo is in and says, just as we are saying this is our easy game and we should put Jari in, I could see this being the easy game that Knobs test out the lines. Well, that brings me to fill in the blank number 2. Connor Ingram is getting the start tonight. He is going to be playing for the 4th game in a row for for the Edmonton Oilers. Liam, that's something you noted yesterday. Chris Knoblauch traditionally does not like doing. Like Stuart Skinner basically never played 4 games in a row for the Edmonton Oilers. Very, very rarely. He always viewed 3 in a row, then you go to your backup. And again, Jarry has been said he's the backup now. He's been given the label. Ingram's been labeled the starter, but he gets tonight against Florida for his 4th straight start. Connor Ingram getting the start tonight is blank, boys.
Predictable. I think just the way the season's going. Like I don't know when they start Jarry, to be honest, but I mentioned it yesterday. Ingram's not played that many games this season. He should still be fresh. I think this would only be his 11 plus 23, 30. Yeah, 35th game of the season. Still fresh.
For me, say the statement.
Connor Ingram getting the start tonight is blank.
Is very telling about
yes,
how much trouble Jarry is in with the coach. In terms of lost all faith.
So my word is concerning.
Also, I think all answers are correct.
And I think concerning on a number of levels.
Can I just say before you continue, not good that we all have so many answers for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all bad ones.
I'll also say this one, very similar to the forward lines, is a little questionable just from the sense of I want them to win both of these next 2 games.
1-1 every
This
game.
feels a little bit like they're punting on Saturday.
Why?
Because I think Tristan Jarry is going to get absolutely smoked by the Tampa Bay Lightning.
How do you
What
know
if
he's
they
starting?
don't play him?
They're riding the hot goalie.
They might look at this and be like, "Hey, we're gonna swing out Ingram for the rest of the week, and then Jarry gets the road game against Utah."
You're not going to give Ingram his first crack back at Utah?
Yeah, no, Jarry's getting Vegas.
You're going to give him a massive 4-point swing.
We're going to, well,
Here's the
they're
thing.
all those games are important. Every one of those games next week is important.
Okay, so value 2 things for me when you look at the next 6
They're
games.
all 4 well, they're the Vegas and Ducks are 4-point games.
Seattle's a 4-point game.
Isn't that the Mammoth?
Mammoth,
It's
Golden Knights,
Mammoth,
Knight.
yeah.
Yeah, but there's enough break. So you can go Ingram like it's
So
Ingram could play all those games.
So
You think this is crazy, I know, but we
I
also
know.
need to win, and Jarry fucking sucks right now. Like, that's coach is telling us that's what he thinks.
So many moons ago, the Edmonton Oilers rolled into Vegas. We were all there, and we were staying at the MGM Grand, I believe, and we were doing the show. And prior to the game, we were like, "God damn it, Jack Campbell's starting tonight." And God damn it, the Edmonton Oilers won that game, and he played really well. We could be on the same trip here. Jarry gets a start against Vegas,
Well,
picks us all back up, then lets us all back down again next time he starts. But that's besides the point.
yeah.
I just looked at this. One,
It is Jarry is starting against Vegas. Get used to it.
sure.
You'll be wearing shorts the game anyways.
Also, too, just on the Utah thing, did he play a game for Utah?
Ingram
Yeah,
played,
you still play against
played a full season for him.
Did he play? I wasn't sure if he had set out the whole year.
He played 22 games for Utah last year.
Just as many as Edmonton, I guess. All right, fair enough.
My thing is when you look at these 6 games and you do the value of how winnable is it and how important is it in the standings, the one that sticks out like a sore thumb is tonight against Florida. It's easily the most winnable / least consequential of the bunch. And I will say, to play a little devil's advocate here, you need to make sure you don't burn out Connor Ingram. And I know he hasn't played a ton of hockey this year, so I'm not overly concerned about it. But I think there should be some concern.
It's what you do in April. Right now, he's got to get over the hump.
If he burns out, you are mega screwed. Because then you got nobody. And I just think tonight was a chance.
You got Cal.
Well, I guess you do.
Tonight's too personal.
Okay.
It is, and I think
Yeah,
it
it's
has
a
to
must
be-
win. Yeah.
But I would argue that the team's going to get up for this so much that they'd be like, screw it. We got Jarry back there. Do not care. Pedal to the floor. Let's steamroll these
I
guys.
don't know. Maybe the team does not like playing in front of Jarry right now.
Maybe.
Like it's a powerful signal that Ingram is starting tonight.
Yeah, 100%.
It's coach telling us that he wants to win this hockey game,
Yep.
and he does not trust Tristan Jarry.
And Jarry's giving him no reason to trust him. He keeps giving him starts and keeps letting him down. Just pull Ingram for the third period and let Jarry play.
Yeah, like
When
we
you're up
can't-
5-0, you do a
Yeah.
little
It's no
relief
longer the
pitcher.
team in front of them. Our defensive metrics are suggesting that it's like that is now debunked. We've debunked that. It was a thing. Now it's not a thing. It's now on the goalie. And stand up in your interviews.
Aaron, I think you
Yes.
have the April schedule too. So let me ask you this. Tristan Jarry gets blank more starts for the rest of the season.
Okay,
Bring up April.
I think he'll play Utah, so there's one.
Well, he's definitely playing one there. He'll play Chicago.
There you
He'll-
go. Connor
he'll play
Ingram gets
Vancouver.
another start against Utah.
Yeah,
It's
he's
no
gonna
problem.
Ingram's gonna have like a week off before.
5.
Well, hopefully we've clinched before that Avs game.
So you think he's playing 4 of these games, Liam?
He's playing 1, 2.
Colorado. Oh, sorry, I counted.
He's playing
Utah
4,
prior.
maximum 4.
One
I
more in March.
miscounted 4.
One more in March and 3 in April.
No,
3 to 4. He's playing 3 to 4. It all depends when we clinch.
I'll say 5. I think that he'll get.
Why would he play 5? You think
I
he'll play the Colorado game?
I think they'll give, like, maybe the last 3 games, they'll just rotate and give Ingram one start. The assumption that they've clinched by then. So it's like, you get Jarry gets the Kings on the road, then Colorado is Ingram, and then they get Vancouver.
But like, oh man, you want to like potentially go get destroyed by Colorado, even though.
But maybe they're resting guys, too.
Yeah,
Trying to be
it's-
optimistic about him a little bit, but,
Yeah,
you know, so, yeah.
like we
that's
ride
it.
this guy till we clinch because we don't have Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah.
Like this is
Do or die.
do or die. It is do or die. We're not. It's the Pacific is such a mess.
It's a battle.
Kind of. Yeah, it's a battle of some sort.
Aaron, if you have the standings up, I think we'll need them for this one. The Edmonton Oilers over/under for points on the season is currently set at 92.5 on our
I
Oh,
friends
already
at
bet it.
Bet365. Over 92.5.
Yeah, I did it when we discussed it the other day. So I put my money where my mouth is.
So we have 13 games left.
Yeah.
They need 16 points.
8 wins. It involves
7. So if they go 7 and 6, they do it.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, they need to get
7,
92.
6, and
They have
Oh,
to go
sorry,
8
sorry.
and 5.
8
Sorry,
and
they
5.
need 8 and 5. Yeah, 8 and 5.
8 and 5, they do it. So 8 and 5 gets them to 93. You're filling the blank. The Oilers finish the
But
year.
do
with-
they make the playoffs at 93 points?
Yep. Yep.
they might win their.
Well, the
bleeping
thing is,
division
if
with
they
93.
with the schedule they have, if they were to get to that total, that would mean they've beaten so many teams in their division.
And they've pushed them down. Yeah, because they're playing Vegas, they're playing Utah, they're playing Anaheim.
I'll take a third attempt at this. Your fill in the blank is the Oilers finish the year with blank points, boys. If 8 and 5 gets you 93,
Well, we had to go through the exercise.
Yeah,
now
you
we
didn't even
don't
let me get
have-
the question out.
well, we would have been filling.
Oh,
in
you're
the
talking
blank,
about betting because you
showing
pulled
our
up
work.
the odds, so we went straight into betting mode.
I'm providing context.
So did we.
Okay,
94. That my guess is 94.
so 8, 4, and 1.
Sure.
8, 4, and 1. 8, 4, and 1. Yeah, it's tough to argue that, man.
I just think they're on.
It's
They're
like a
playing.
4-2 score prediction. Like it's
Yeah.
like that's
They're playing.
probably the right answer.
I just think they're playing well at a good time.
Well,
They've literally had one terrible
adversity,
game.
man.
Yeah, they've
watch
done well.
these guys.
They're playing.
Although Connor Murphy had 0 shot blocks last game, but didn't need them. Might need them tonight.
Oh, I gotta get my bet.
Maybe
in.
betting on it.
Did you not send in a bet?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna do it right now.
Have you seen mine?
No, I haven't.
I remember someone earlier in
Seismic.
the betting challenge giving a hard deadline of.
Yeah, before
Picks
the
in,
betting
huh?
challenge comes up. On
It
my
was
I'll
phone.
set the deadlines over here. Liam,
It
you're
was,
allowed.
it was picks in by noon for
It
a long
was.
time.
Well, last time I checked, no one listened to me.
I do
When
my
we were
best.
doing it.
I
The
do
thing
my
about
best.
things
I'm
is
some,
that
I,
things
I
change.
submit my picks the earliest normally. So
You do. I was surprised. You sent it in late the other day, 7:30 a.m.
Where I was kind of following on that bet, if you like them over 92.5 and you think they can go, let's say 8, 4, and 1 and get to 94 points. I mean, if they beat the Ducks in that head-to-head, like if they win tonight, they're first in the Pacific.
Woo!
If you're already
and we still don't feel safe. That's how messed up that is.
I know, but like if they win tonight, they're first in the Pacific. Granted, Anaheim has 2 games in hand on you.
Yeah.
But if you win tonight and you win the head-to-head game next Saturday, then why, if you like them at over 92.5, why not just take them at plus 400 to win the division? That's pretty juicy.
That is juicy.
Pretty juicy, boys.
I'm in.
Just like the bet I just made.
I'm in.
Yep. All right. Thank you to Truck Month and fill in the blank. let's play mystery player because it is a home game day edition of the show. Liam was the one who was on the clues today. Just a reminder, you take your best guess as you hear the clues, put it in the YouTube chat. If you're one of the first 3 people to get it right, you go to the wheel. If your name comes up on the wheel, you win $25 courtesy of our friends at the Sports Closet. You can use it online, sportscloset.ca, or at one of their 3 locations in Edmonton, St. Albert Mall, Sherwood Park Mall, or Kingsway Mall. Mystery player, Liam, you're on the clues. What's up?
Okay, here we go. I played for Florida before my stop in Edmonton.
Okay. I've got a name.
Go ahead.
Okay, should I say it?
I guess maybe you should wait.
Okay.
Second clue. I played over 1,000 games in the NHL.
Oh, that's a big one.
Third clue. I had 2 different stints in Europe. One at the start of my career, near the start of my career, I guess, and one at the end of my career. Okay, let's some guesses roll.
So we got some guesses here. Puljujarvi obviously did not play over 1,000 games. Derek Brassard, Petrie, Demers, Dvorak.
Demers didn't play over 1,000.
No.
Is it an older player?
No, he's not old. Final clue. I played with McDavid, Crosby, and McKinnon.
So not Caleb Jones, not Brett Kulak.
Well,
That's how
Caleb
Liam
Jones.
spelled it. That's not me. That's
Oh,
not
did I
me.
spell it wrong?
I just looked. I wondered.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah. I think someone got it there.
Is everybody getting it a bunch?
Oh, it's been named a few times, actually. But I wanted to see if you guys could get it.
No.
Is it just Derek Brassard?
It's Derek Brassard.
Ah, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. The clues are good. Clues are good. The third one, or the last one, was pretty much a dead giveaway. I thought maybe you figured out that UC Jokinen had done it.
Oh, no.
That's
And
where
I
I
was
was like, it's Jokinen.
Derek Brassard famously played for Salzburg during the lockout, and then played in Geneva, I think.
Did you say? I thought you said Europe at the beginning and the end of his
He
career.
did. He played right at the start of his career. He played 6 games in Europe, and then he played 1 game at the end. 2 different stints. And yeah, played with Crosby in Pittsburgh, obviously McKinnon in Colorado, and then came to Edmonton for his 15 famous games. And now we get a game out of him basically every other week. So there you go. Who were the ones? Yash, Wise Kyle, and Fighting Amish. You could just guess Derek Brassard at the start of most of these guess the players, and you'd be fine. I was going to go with Puljujarvi. I forgot he played with Florida, but
That would have been too obvious.
went in a different direction.
Why don't you guys ever go deep?
You don't think that
I
was...
guess that's kind of deep, but it's...
Just doing Derek Brassard every time it's possible. So we got Yash, we got Wise Kyle, and we have Fighting Amish.
Yep, I got him.
All right. Put those names in there. Get ready, everybody. It's time to spin that wheel. I know who I'm rooting for.
Come on, Yash.
Fighting Amish with a win.
There you go.
It might be first win for Fighting Amish. Congratulations.
I haven't seen him win before.
Yeah, Fighting Amish. Email me, Tyler@Oilersnation.com, and I will get you hooked up with our friends at the Sports Closet. Stat Padding NHL says you missed me.
Sorry.
Did we?
I think you guessed before.
No. Yeah, you guessed Petrie.
Yeah, no. And also, again...
Controversy? No?
No. Petrie
You were fourth.
played for Edmonton before he played for Florida.
Yeah.
He was drafted by Edmonton.
I thought it was going to be Jared Smithson.
That would have been a good one. Did he ever make 1,000 games? I doubt
No.
it.
It wasn't like that. That's why it was
Oh, that was your guess of the first
projecting
one.
the answer before I even saw the first clue. Well,
When the first clues were going in, I was like, oh, is this going to be something weird? Is it going to be like Scott Mellenby? Because he played everywhere,
Yeah.
right? But then you see the fourth one. It's like, oh, yeah, that's Derek Brassard.
He's just a funny player. I can't believe I can believe he played 1,000 games. He played everywhere. Eventually, when you play for all 32 teams, you're going to squeak a few games out.
I'd love to meet or get him on the show one day, but the second oil like that would come out of your mouth, he'd be like, nope, I'm
Just
good.
leave the call.
Yeah, he'd be like, I'm out. Sorry, boys.
change the name of the show for a day.
Brassard Nation every day. I mean, my Mount Rushmore of guests I would like to get. Derek Brassard, Max Jones.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Who else would just be like all-time ONE lore? Did you see my lead yesterday?
Jan Mark?
No, that would not go well.
What was your lead yesterday?
You didn't see it?
No.
Can you play it, Aaron?
No, I wiped
Thank
off.
God. Thank God.
Why did you just show me your belly?
That's what I did for the lead yesterday. I wrote oil to the max on my stomach. Like, if Max Jones saw that, he'd be like, all right, I'm going on the show.
Yeah, he would
He'd
have
have
to. I mean, probably the only man to ever do that for him. Devon Shore, that would be a good one. Honestly,
Devon Shore for Waz. No, Devon Shore for Liam.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Derek Ryan for Waz. Al Montoya.
Oh, Alex Plant.
Oh,
Obviously.
goated. That would be
Yeah,
unreal.
That would be a big one.
What do you think his reaction would be to our Plant, who's deader than dead?
You gotta feed the plant, man.
I should just give it to Ronnie for a couple of days. See what
Yeah,
she can do.
yeah.
with it.
Ronnie doesn't have enough on her plate.
Yeah.
Anywho, someone said Louis DeBrus. God damn it! Don't make
Mike
me cry.
Smith. Should have asked him.
Mike Smith would be cool. Mike Smith would be very cool. My one question to
scared.
Mike Smith would be like, what did you say when you left the game, concussion protocol in the playoffs against Calgary? Take me through the conversation behind the doors there. Like, what do they say? What is he saying back to him? How quickly did you clear concussion protocol?
I'm fine.
Oilers were up
Just
what?
scared the doctor out. Get the hell out of here.
Oilers were up, I think, 3 or 4-0 at that point, right? He only came back because he wanted the shutout.
Yeah.
Was there a coach who was like, "Hey, man, just we got it. Miko's good. He's got this on lock.
He's
Just
like,
take it easy."
No.
No.
My net.
I want to know that.
That walkout is iconic.
It's unbelievable.
Like everyone, you see it now with like the wrestling music, but you heard the wrestling music when it
the
happened
moment.
live. Like,
Yeah.
you heard that.
Like in the arena was unbelievable.
my second question would be, what did you say to Marcus Niemelainen after Rasmus Anderson scored on you? Do you remember when happened? He just started screaming at Niemelainen on the bench and he wasn't playing. You don't remember that?
That was a Niemelainen.
Was it not Niemelainen? Or was it Lagesson? It was one of those like European defensemen.
When Anderson scored that goal from the other end of the ice. in
he went
playoffs.
to the bench and started yelling at Niemelainen.
I'm
sure that was that game?
I have a hard time believing that the Oilers played a playoff game with Marcus Niemelainen in
I'm
the
sure
lineup.
maybe it was a regular season game then. But there was
No, it was a playoff game, wasn't it?
It was a playoff game.
no, I
that
remember
Anderson
that
scored.
the goal was in the playoffs, but maybe the yelling was a different game.
I think I remember a game against like St. Louis where I think it was like a crazy young Philip Broberg and like Niemelainen were on the bench, and
maybe that
Mike
was
Smith
it
is
then.
just screaming at him, and neither of them were on the ice. I remember that one.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. I would ask him, what went down there? What did they say?
What game was that where they scored? That was the game before they eliminated him, right?
It was game 4.
Yeah, it was game
The
4.
Nuge game. Hat-trick that game for Nuge, I think.
No, just 2.
Scored right away.
Yeah, and then he tied it up, or he gave him back the lead, whatever it was, right after that goal. The Oilers' 6 defensemen that game were Keith, Bouch, CC, Nurse, Barry, Kulak.
Oh,
pretty
maybe
good
it
blue
must have been a different game then.
Yeah, it must have been.
My apologies to the audience.
All right, game day betting challenge for our friends at Bet365. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary. Shout out to our friends at Bet365. Hockey fans, there are a few things more stressful than a close hockey game. One late back check can make all the difference between a chance at playoff glory or an early spring tea time. That's why Bet365, an official partner of the NHL, they're offering the 3-goal early payout. If the team you're riding with goes up 3 goals at any point in the game, they'll pay your bet out early. Hockey fans have enough things to stress about with 3-goal early payout. Now your bets don't have to be one of them. Bet365. Download the app today. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. All right, gentlemen.
You know, in the messaging within the Bet365 app, I got a message after I placed my bet.
Okay.
on Bet365, and it says, "We're scared." I said, "You should be. I'm coming. I'm
And he
coming
was just
hot
was
tonight."
all sent in Spanish.
Do we have the updated standings?
No, we all lost.
Okay, we all lost. So everything stays pretty much the same.
I was so close. I needed a McDavid point. I would have hit my plus 700. So today I'm coming back with vengeance, with a higher bet.
You're taking a big swing. You're
Yes.
taking a big swing. My bet earlier in the week was, I think I missed on the McDavid 2 points as well, so I was close. Here is what we got for tonight, gentlemen. I am going with a little 4-legger for the people. It comes
Who's
out
the
to
little
plus
guy?
390. Oilers to win, of course, money line. Connor McDavid, 1 assist. Learned my lesson on the 2 points thing. Just 1 assist for 97. 3 shots for Bouch, 3 shots for Hyman. This exact bet hit last game, and I like the chances of it hitting 2 in a row. Plus 390 is the play. Liam, what do you got?
I'm going with a 3-legger. Oilers puck line. Zach Hyman goal. Vasily Podkolzin 2+ shots. Plus 875.
Wow.
That's a really nice bet.
That is
I like it.
I almost
juicy.
Can I be honest with you, Liam? I almost don't believe that that's plus 875. That's crazy
That's
good
what it
value.
says.
Did you Photoshop it?
I don't know.
Minus.
No integrity. Integrity. It's good.
That's good,
It's
right?
good?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because they were +1. So it was +160 with the puck line. And then when I got Hyman on there, it was +410. And I put Podkolzin and it got me to 875. Simple
All right.
math.
I wish I added the shots to mine
Yeah.
to really elevate
That's
it.
a really nice bet, Liam.
Pods has hit these shots in 4 straight.
Yeah. Jay, what do you got?
I got, it's a big one.
Jeez Louise.
I got Oilers belt line.
2.5.
Connor 2 points. Nuge a point. You know Nuge is going to be
Yeah.
contributing more.
He'll be sniffing.
Bouch 3+ shots.
Sure.
You know he's ripping the pill now. Connor McDavid 3+ shots. Connor Murphy is going to block 2+ today.
Missed last game.
He had 0.
I needed
So that
it
means
too.
he's back on, and it's also going to be a tight playoff field game, so he might feel more compelled to eat some pucks. Plus 2,400
Beltline is insane, but I want it.
belt line. My safe bet for the night, my single, because I normally do a big parlay and then one kind of single outcome, is puck line.
Sergei Bobrovsky is going to be the starter tonight for the Florida Panthers. Bob is not having a good year. He has an .876 save percentage, and his last game out, he allowed 5 goals on 22 shots against the Vancouver Canucks.
Let's go, belt line.
He's allowed 5+ goals in 2 of his starts so far this month in March already.
Belt line.
Beltline, you going tonight? No.
I'm not.
Intern Tristan is going
Yeah.
to the game. That's right. Hope he has fun. Yeah, I mean, Bob Friedman had a note on Bobrovsky today too, by the way, that they offered him, or he's looking for the exact contract that Brad Marchand got, which was like whatever it was, 6 years and $5.25 million. So Bob, at 37 years old, was like, I want a 5 or 6 year deal and the Panthers were. That's apparently what led to like the trade talk and all that. Was like, oh no, we're obviously not doing that. He has an 876 this year. There's another goalie in the NHL. This is just a random thing that popped up today on DFO Live. Mackenzie Blackwood, since they've come back from the Olympic break in Colorado, has an .855 save percentage.
Good against the Oilers, though, when they played him. I thought he did pretty well that game.
Yeah, but his numbers that game also weren't good.
That's true.
Yeah.
I saw a thing yesterday, which I thought was interesting. And it was a guy who was pushing the save percentage narrative similar to Y. It said that 890 is the new 900. Like, if you're above an 890, you had a good game. Is basically what they were trying to say.
So I think that makes sense when you consider, like, if you look back 5 years ago in the NHL, average save percentage in 2021-22 was .907. So if you were getting 900 goaltending, it was like, you're getting below league average, but 7 ticks below, you're still good, right? And I think just people like the even math of like, you stop 9 of every 10 shots. But this year, average save percentage is 896. So if you kind of do that same adjustment, if you're getting 890, 889, you could argue that's the equivalent of what 900 was a few years ago. Mm-hmm. It is crazy that save percentage has dropped 4 points this year compared to last year across the league.
So the best in the league right now is a 916 save percentage.
That's the best in the league.
Yeah, with Scott Wedgwood. Kind of wild. So 5 years ago, you said that number was? So that would be 1, 2. So 2022 season, the best in the league was a 935. Isn't that crazy?
What?
916 save percentage would have been the 13th best save percentage in the NHL 5 years ago.
What was the average save percentage in 1990?
And just while Ty looking at that, I know what you're all curious about. 5 years ago, Tristan Jarry, 919 save percentage in 58 games. Damn.
Man,
What happened?
Is it in
where's
there?
that
Is it just
guy?
between the ears? Like, is it there?
I don't know. I mean,
it needs to be
assumably
there for what we paid for it.
In 1991, average save percentage was 886. So the average save percentage today is closer to what it was in 1990 than what it was in 2010.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you look back at some of those years, like 15, 16.
Try like 85, just because like I think the pads were all roughly the same in 90 and that.
875.
875.
when the Oilers were winning cups, they were pretty much all in the 870s
Like for the Oilers or for the league?
for the league.
Okay.
Yeah. Which again, interesting historically, but like you look back, there was a year someone was showing the other day. I know you got to run,
I
Jay.
gotta bounce. My phone is up.
But there was a year where like Brian Elliott had a 935,
Right.
and there was
And
like 6 goalies above a 925.
And he was technically supposed to be the backup on St. Louis that season because it was him and Halak.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they were buzzing. That was I remember that.
All right,
He was
Jay,
an
you got to
all-star.
bounce.
I got to bounce.
Thank you
My
very
phone
much.
is buzzing.
Enjoy
Thank
the
you.
game tonight.
Go well. Belt line.
Yes.
Farewell.
Belt line as he walks. I like how you switch it to get both angles of him walking in front of us.
I don't even know what I was trying to do there. There's no avoiding it.
Yeah.
You just get a full either ass or junk shot of Jay.
All right, for our next guest, we are going out to our Prairie Toyota dealer guest line. Looking to dominate off the ice as much as your team does on it, check out the Toyota Tacoma. Its standard I-Force engine boasts an impressive towing capacity of up to 6,400 pounds. In fact, it's the most powerful Tacoma ever. So whether you're hauling gear to the rink or heading to an away game, you can tackle it with ease. The available panoramic multi-terrain view monitor gives you a live underfloor view to navigate even the toughest terrain with ease. When it's time to load up, the available power liftgate makes loading your gear in and out a cinch. Experience power, capability, and convenience with the Toyota Tacoma. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Prairie Toyota dealer during Red Tag Days on now from March through May. Our next guest is Cal Babych, and we have a very cool story to talk about here as we welcome Cal in. Okay, this is unbelievable that you're joining us from where you are. I'm just going to, Cal, I'm just passing the rock to you. Tell me where you are. Tell me what's going on.
I'm currently in Delaney, Northwest Territories for the birthplace of hockey alumni all-star game. We're out here literally building the rink as we speak.
It looks unbelievable. Go ahead.
It's a bit cold, but no, go ahead. I cut out a little bit, so if you can't hear me, let me know.
No, it's all good. We got you. So I'll give the viewers a little bit more background. 200 years ago, John Franklin was on his second Arctic expedition. I believe I'm getting all of this information correct. And he noted something along the lines of his men were playing ice sports, and the sport is basically what we consider hockey. So where you are, DeLine, Northwest Territories, is kind of considered the birthplace of hockey. And this was 200 years ago. So you guys have a game. That rink you were just standing on is right on top, and you are playing it on Great Bear Lake in Northwest Territories. The truck is much warmer. I love that. Here's a great shot of the rink. But you guys have, like, what is it, almost 10 Hall of Famers coming to play in this game, Cal?
Yeah, I think we're 10 or 11, and I think the requirement initially was an all-star game, but it worked out to be just big names, like people who have strong ties to the community in whatever area or team they played in, and it's worked out really well. I mean, our roster's incredible, our celebrity lineup's incredible for.
Oh, we're good. We got him. Yeah. It is a really an all-star crew, a Hall of Fame crew that you guys have put together. Take me through, because again, you were just walking on a hockey rink in the middle of the lake. What have been some of the logistical challenges of like putting this thing together, especially as quick as you guys have? I know some of the background, but it's come together fast.
The big ones, as you can imagine, are just being up. Are you losing me again?
No, I think we got you now. You're good.
I can't hear too well. Okay, yeah. The big ones.
All right, I think we might have to try reconnect with them. Let's try reconnect with them and see if we can get them to refresh the link a little bit. I mean, he is standing in the middle of Great Bear Lake, but
Makes
Liam,
sense.
that is a pretty sweet backdrop to see.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing for an event to go on. Like some of the names that it looks like will be going: Eric Lindros,
Ryan Getzlaff,
John Scott, former
NHL
friend.
All-Star.
Well, still
Former
friend, I
friend.
guess you could
Yeah.
say. But yeah, it's a really cool event. I mean, look at that stuff too. Like just to be playing in the area they are as well. It's a very unique event.
Yeah, and again, from the looks of it, they're like right in the middle of the lake with boards, and it's like a legitimate pro-sized ice surface that they have going on there. They're doing like a whole banquet this weekend and all this stuff. We wanted to try get up there to see what it's all like, because again, it's kind of considered the birthplace of hockey. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. The internet out in the Northwest Territories in the middle of a lake is understandably not the best.
Yes, I can imagine so. It's but cool event. I hope everything goes well for them. Is there a celebrity? Can you pull up that poster again, Aaron? And maybe read some of the names off for me.
Eric Lindros, Ray Bork, Doug Gilmore, Wendell Clark, Patrick Marlowe, Ryan Getzlaff, Guy Carbonneau, Billy Ranford.
Huh.
Let's go.
Who's on the celebrity list?
Tom Cochran.
Real? I met Tom Cochran once.
Ooh, tell me that story.
I was at this event. Yeah, I did. I sent you a picture, actually. I was at an event my friend's parents were hosting, the Love family. It was called the Love Fest. And they were hosting this event for charity. I can't remember what the charity was. But we all went down to our friends at the River Cree, and there was a special concert, and we all got on these buses, and we had a private concert with Tom Cochran.
He seems like a guy who's always like down to just do stuff like this.
Yeah, it was cool. I can't remember what the event was called, but he was like part of this charity as well. And yeah, it was really, really fun, actually. He was a cool guy. I got to find the picture.
So yeah, their plan is they're going to like have him, I guess some of his albums and songs have like a connection to the Northwest Territories, which also makes sense. So they're going to have him do some pretty cool stuff this weekend. OJ in the chat, Tiger Williams is a pull. Yeah. Pretty sweet group they have going on up there. So I got in touch with them, wanted to promote this event. And for no other reason than the fact that it's just a sweet event. Like you are going to have guys, and again, you can find some info about this online. You're going to have guys skating in the middle of Great Bear Lake, Doug Gilmore, Wendell Clark, Patrick Marlowe, Guy Carbonneau, Ryan Getzlaff, Billy Ranford, Tiger Williams, Al Iafrate, Paul McLean, Dave Babych, obviously Cal's dad, John Scott, Brian Trottier, Lanny McDonald. They're playing in the middle of Great Bear Lake. It's going to be cold as shit out there as well. That's kind of cool that they're bringing all these guys up to the Northwest Territories. And, like, even to get them to Yellowknife logistically is, like, a crazy thing. And then from Yellowknife, they got to wake up on Saturday and take another flight up to DeLine.
Yeah, and it's cool that these guys would also take the time to go up there and be part of this as well. Like, but I think just from the human element of it, like, when are you ever going to get an opportunity to be involved in an event like this? Like, I'm sure for a few of these fellas, like, it's going to be the first time they've been to Yellowknife. And here's a picture of me with Tom Cochran, by the way, just to brag about that a little bit more. There we are.
Look at that
young Liam.
Young Liam Horrobin.
What happened to him?
How long ago was this?
This would have been, let me
Hey,
look.
that's a love brother there as well.
Yeah, that's my friend Brendan. This was 2018. Jeez Louise, that was a long time ago.
8 years ago.
It does not feel like it was that long ago.
Young P.T. Barnum. Look at him.
That is a young P.T. Barnum.
That's what we're going to do in my bachelor party. We're just going to watch The Greatest Showman.
Oh, I'm in.
Aaron, can you, on there, just to give people a visual of how far up DeLine is, can you pull it up on a map? Because, like, even just looking at it and looking at how big Great Bear Lake is, insane.
So how far away is DeLine, from Yellowknife?
I'm about to show you, buddy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing it from here.
I think I was talking with my buddy Stu, who does work with Hockey Northwest Territories, and I think he was saying, it's Delaney. That's my bad.
Delaney, thank you.
He was saying that, like, parts of where they're going are only accessible through ice roads. So, like, to truck up boards from Windsor was, like, a huge challenge.
I can only imagine, like, to try and get to some of these places. Like, when you watch those shows, Ice Road Truckers, like, I remember that was obviously a big thing. You didn't really think about, that must be in Canada. And then you, like, get to understand that's actually not too far away from where we're all living right now. So, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Do you have the map, Aaron? Let's take a peek here. It's like Game of Thrones.
So here's us in Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's where we are.
Why don't we zoom this out? Keep zooming out. That.
Look how far it even is from Yellowknife.
Holy moly.
That's insane.
Wow.
Well, there we go.
And there's going to be Hockey Hall of Famers up there.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jack Hughes' puck gets up there too. He'll never find out there.
Pretty wild. It's going to be a great event this weekend.
So I never knew this was like I didn't know the history of this.
I didn't know that either.
So John Franklin, you said, 200 years ago. That's the story?
Yeah. 200 years ago. And, like, at the time wasn't like hockey. I did some research on this, but, like, at the time wasn't hockey, and it's kind of one of those things in retrospect you look back and it's like, oh, you read through his journals, like they were definitely playing early iterations of hockey 2 years ago, which is another wild thing as well.
Oh yeah, it really is.
200 years ago.
It's an old game.
Pretty crazy to think that they could explore this is going to sound very dumb.
Let's do it.
They were exploring the Arctic 200 years ago.
Yeah, it feels like it should have been a lot longer. Is that what you're saying?
I just can't believe that 200 years ago they could go up there and like survive the cold.
Oh yeah, that side of it too. I've always wondered about that. Like how many boats do they go through? You know, when they're trying to like, you got to think like no one's traveling from the U.S. to England anymore via boat.
No.
And the fact they had to get across the ocean on these like essentially wood ships.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of shipwrecks must have been crazy.
I was saying, how many boats did they go through? I think you go through one. I think if the one breaks, you're pretty screwed.
But like I would assume like maybe there's like a few boats. They all go to like together. Like how many of the boats make it? I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
if there's a herd of them.
Is that what it would be? A horde? I don't know. A lot of boats. Boats.
Yeah, early Discovery stuff throws me off.
Yeah,
like
a crazy
early
little thing.
mapping, like that's insane. They were just walking around being like, all right, 2 more steps.
I constantly think about when I'm driving through the mountains, who did this? Who made these roads? Who looked at this pathway and decided to do it this way? It's fascinating stuff.
Because all we did, well, I'm sure obviously this generation of people like built roads themselves, obviously, but like, they were all formed by whoever it was before, and they just kind of built over them.
They were dirt roads, paths.
Yeah, like cobble
path.
roads, shit like that, like path. Yeah, it's interesting. Imagine though, like, it'd be hard to take a wrong turn back in those days.
There was no right turn, you could argue.
Exactly.
They're just going.
So hopefully Edmonton's this way.
An armada of boats, Buff Snell just said.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they just find a lost ship in the Arctic recently from Lance? I don't know.
But I would assume.
A group of boats is called an armada from Buff.
Oh, thank you, Buff. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense. Still on my World War II history book. Still getting through that thing. Been a bit delayed recently.
All right. Shall we keep cruising along, Liam?
Armada.
Or is there more Discovery stuff you want to get to?
No, but I am a fan of history. Oh, actually, there's one thing, if you don't mind me taking this off the rails a little bit more. I'm looking for a new audiobook to listen to.
Do one on early Discovery.
Maybe. I really like autobiographies where typically the athlete or whoever like reads it to me. Like Brian Burke is a really good audiobook.
And he reads it?
He does. It's really, really good. Nazim Kadri, I listened to his. It was actually pretty good. He reads it as well. So if anyone knows one they could throw my way, let me know. Put it in the chat. Don't DM me. I don't allow people to DM me anymore after I got called an illegal immigrant. That was kind of the line.
You guys just crossed it.
Yeah. So we were good until then.
Okay, let's do a little What's Trending. It's a presentation of River Cree Resort and Casino, your home for great performance. Musician and comedian Morgan J is bringing the Goofy Guy Tour to Edmonton on May 23rd, and the 9 p.m. show is already sold out, but don't worry, everybody. A 6 p.m. show has been added, so if you want to go see Morgan J, obviously a very popular act, you can catch his wild style of interactive auto-tune coming up in May at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets are going fast. Get yours, rivercreeresort.com. Once again, May 23rd, this 9 p.m. show sold out. Another one added at 6 p.m. Must be 18 plus. Get your tickets for all these amazing shows and events at rivercreeresort.com or at the River Cree box office. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it. Oh, that hurt my shoulder. I have a really bad shoulder right now.
Tennis elbow.
No, that would be my elbow, Liam. All right. I also have news about another new event that's coming to River Cree.
Tom Cochran's coming back?
You and I are going to
right.
River Cree, Liam. The Nation Playoff Draft Party. They've done this down in Calgary the last number of years, all in support of Kids Sport, who we love supporting in events like this. But we are bringing this event to Edmonton. Team sign-up is now open. So join me, join Liam, join the whole Nation crew on Friday, April 17th. That is the day after the regular season closes at the River Cree Resort and Casino for the Ultimate Nation Playoff Draft Party. Strategy, smack talk, bragging rights. It's all coming together for this event. So grab your crew, compete with the other teams to build your perfect playoff roster, and battle it out through the entire postseason for your shot at $2,500 cash and nation glory. Of course, this whole thing being done in support of kids sports. So a team of 8, you can secure a table for 8, you and your buddies, you and your colleagues, however it's going to work, for $1,000. That includes dinner and your first beverage on us to get the draft buzzing. Me, Liam, Ryder, Lisa, we're all going to be there. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a great party out at the River Cree. Bring your playoff knowledge. Bring your negotiating skills. Bring your loudest friends. Lock in your team at nationgear.ca. Once again, $1,000 for a table of 8 gets you and all your friends dinner, your first beverage. There will be many more after that, so we're excited. We're excited for that as well, and it all goes for a good cause at Kids Sport. I've never done one of these before. I'm not even 100% sure how they work, so I'm fired up.
Yeah, it'll be good. A good night at the Cree, the River Cree. I can't wait for the pizza. God, they have good pizza.
Tom Cochran, TBD.
Yeah,
TBD.
I'll call him. Probably busy.
I want to go through, speaking of drafts, I want to go through our prop bet draft from earlier in the year. While Aaron pulls that up, oh, you got it already? All right, well, then throw it up. We'll just get right to this.
I read the prep sheet.
Yeah, the boy. Aaron needs 3 more goals from Connor McDavid this year to cash his plus 120 McDavid 40+. Brady Tkachuk over 65
He's
and a
at
half.
46 points currently with 15 to go.
Oh, boy.
So he's got to be over a point per game.
They've been playing well, though, so.
He's 46 points in 47 games, so I don't think that one's going to happen for me injury-wise. But the thumb, who knows? He could do anything. Tage Thompson's at 34 goals at the moment.
He should get that then.
He's got 14 to go. I looked it up.
He
so.
should score 6 goals in 14 games.
Yeah, I would,
Pretty
if he
comfortably.
rips 5 one-timers per power play
Yeah.
again, so I like that. Matthew Nye's not even close. He's at 18 goals.
Damn.
Eli, in a very good spot, has already cashed Cole Caulfield as a 40-goal scorer at plus 500. Very good bet for him.
He's not
and
going to get the Draisaitl one, though.
he's not going to get the Draisaitl one. He is likely going to get the Lane Hudson one. Lane Hudson, he had his over-under at 65.5. Lane Hudson right now on the season is sitting at 6. He already cashed it. So Eli's already cashed 2 of his bets.
So Eli is 1.
Well, he's going to be – so if the Hudson one basically negates out his Draisaitl loss, he's going to be up 4 units from this challenge.
Okay. I don't think – well, let's do yours. You need over 30.5 goals for Eichel. He's on pace for 30.
Yeah, so that one's going to be a sweat. He needs 7 goals from now to the end of the season. Jack Hughes isn't hitting because he was hurt.
Right.
Anaheim over 82.5 is going to hit.
Nice.
And Ivan Demidov to get 70-plus points, he needs 18. He needs to be well over a point per game down the stretch.
For me, Eichel has dropped off his 100-point pace. He's on pace for 92 right now, so I'll need a big night. Dylan Gunther is on pace for 40 goals.
Yeah.
The Ducks likely will not finish 4th in the division, but never say never. And Toronto will not win their division.
So
I'm in it tough right now.
Okay, so
I'd be the only one who hasn't hit anything.
Eli's good. Aaron is probably going to be good because he'll finish like plus 0.2 units.
Yeah.
I'm on track. If Eichel can hit, I will be down like 0.2 units.
I need one of mine to hit.
If one of yours hits, you're good.
Yeah. But currently on pace for one. Only one is Gunther, and he's on pace for 40 goals.
And I rode with you on that one and put like $75 on it.
I did that one. Yeah.
So I really want him to do it. Even though it means I'd have to run it basically now is going to boil down to, as I look at my bets on Bet365, it's going to boil down to I'm either doing the milk. Actually, that's like a nice emotional hedge. I either don't have to run the milk mile.
How do you do a milk mile? Like, what do you actually? So why is that 0.6 kilometers?
So I believe it's 4 laps of the track. You just have to finish your. Normally, people do a gallon of milk. I don't remember what we said.
Well, you can't even get a gallon of milk inside of it.
That's the point. Is that you tend to throw up all over the track.
We can do like a liter of milk.
Yeah, let's do one of those glass bottles of milk, whatever that is.
I could do a liter of milk in my sleep.
That's a lot of milk while you're running.
How do you even drink and run?
So basically, you can stop, but it's basically you just have to be done it by the end of your 4 laps in your 1 mile.
Gotcha.
You could do it at whatever pace you want. guys like to chug a bunch at first because then they know it's coming up by lap 3. So
really, like, you could run 3 laps and then walk your 4th lap and just chug your milk.
which I think is a tougher strategy because that's a lot of liquid.
Depends how good of a runner you are.
True.
If we're going to knock down the milk to not a gallon, but just a liter, I think you got to run for us.
Well,
it
no,
also might be me.
I would not. Well, I just think Aaron said it's hard to drink and run at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time.
A lot of guys do it at like the starting line. They'll drink a quarter of it, do a lap, drink the other quarter, try and
That's
space
okay.
out.
Makes sense.
I think that's the play.
A mile is 1.6 kilometers. It's my bad.
Yeah,
4
a gallon is
it'd be
3
hard to
point.
carry.
So yeah, 400 meters is a lap. So yeah.
Yeah.
Drink. Yeah, I would never make anyone drink a 4 liter of milk. That's
No,
poisoning
that's-
your body.
That's a lot of milk.
Yeah, lot of milk.
Good little cotton. Should be good enough. A
Yep.
liter of milk. I mean, it's gonna be fucking me at the end of the day.
But if I
I mean,
spray tan.
his Gunther hits.
7 goals, he can do it.
Who do they play? I hope he just needs a hat trick.
Yeah, if he can get you a hattie, you're good.
How many 2-goal games does Gunther have this season? I can find that out.
Dylan Gunther has 4 2-goal games and 1 hat trick this year.
He has 3 in his last 3.
Yep.
He's actually been scoring pretty good this season.
He has. I have alerts on for him, so I see it all the time.
I do too. I also have him at 70 points.
Yummy milk.
Yeah. I can do it.
Who said? Oh, Reese.
A couple more.
Couple more.
What's trending?
Tell me.
Eric Tulsky and Gary Bettman almost fought at the GM meetings.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I guess
Who would win?
probably Tulsky. Gary Bettman is quite the senior citizen.
But Tulsky doesn't.
Tulsky's a bit of a nerd, I know.
Okay. What about a glass of milk between friends? No. So what happened? Maybe that's how we do it. You have to chug a glass of milk at the start of every lap.
Sure.
That could work too.
Yeah. 4
We can
glasses
figure
of
it
milk.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened between this
Eric
brawl?
Tulsky at the GM meetings, I guess, basically said that the standards has slipped on headshots, and
Agreed.
he wants the league to be better at preventing headshots.
Fair enough.
And Gary Bettman, I guess, yelled at him and said, "You're just doing this because your owner told you to, and we don't have a problem with headshots." Basically, anytime anyone criticizes Gary Bettman, he says, "That's not a problem."
Then what's the point of the GM meetings?
I don't know. Get together, have some beers, milk with the boys. Like, that's fucking all they do.
That would be hilarious. 1 glass of milk, 32 glasses of milk at the
Cheers, boys.
Another great year.
That's how they did it 200 years ago at the first ever GM meetings.
Eric Tulsky stands up, just pours his milk on the table. I
Fix
will not-
headshots.
I will not drink it. There was another one, I guess, too. Pat Verbeek and Tulsky were against goalie interference.
Yeah.
Unlike the way it's being called.
And they said it's bullshit, and Gary Bettman said,
You're
"You're
wrong.
wrong. It's not a problem."
I'll say this about Eric Tulsky. From the very little I know about him, but when I've heard him talk, he is an incredibly intelligent man.
He has like 70 patents. He's an
Yeah.
engineer. He's an insanely smart guy.
That's why I think he would win the fight head to head between him and Bettman.
He knows the weak shots.
I think he'd
Punch
have
him in
good
the
strategy.
jejunum.
Yeah.
He'd be smart about it. Now Bettman's resilient. A guy I'm sure can take a punch, but
So that is where I was going to go with this. Is someone made a really good point on Twitter about like the NHL always being like, "Nuh-uh."
I know. It's so stupid.
It's like, I think it was Travis Yost who said like, "Man, if only they would have learned their lesson from 20 years of Phoenix Coyotes hockey." Right? Like if you would have punted on that 10 years earlier, maybe the sport's in a better spot. Maybe hockey's back in Phoenix by now.
It could. It could be. Because a lot of those kids, like still playing minor hockey in Phoenix, and it's still growing, and it's still, the teams are good. But I also think that would have helped the Coyotes be there today if they had taken them away a little bit earlier. And yeah, Gary Bettman is just, he's done a lot of good things, especially for the Oilers. Like, he's a big reason why the Edmonton Oilers are still in Edmonton. But he's also done a lot of questionable things for his tenure as well.
Stubbornness, I think, is
Very
the problem.
stubborn, yeah. Like the fact that we missed out on so many Olympics.
Yeah.
Because guys like Bettman, and I know there's a lot more to it than just him, but he's obviously the face of it, just prevented it from happening for like insurance reasons.
And 2022 was COVID.
Yeah, now it's fine. That's
Yeah.
no
But
one's
2018, we should have been there.
Yeah.
All right. One more for you. Frank Saravalli was on a show called Flames Talk,
Okay.
and he said this about Tristan Jarry. That stuff about there being an altercation was way overblown. But do people turn a side eye at a guy who isn't competing and is combative with the goalie coach? Yeah, I think they do.
I think the fighting thing.
This would never have happened if Dustin Schwartz was still here.
No, he had this thing locked down.
And him and Jari know each other.
Yeah, they do.
Like, straight up, I mean that like tongue in cheek, but also very real. This would not be happening if Dustin Schwartz was still here.
I think that the altercation stuff that really took a turn. I feel like if that, because for me, from my understanding of it, it felt like the incident in practice happened, and then like a week or so later, it kind of came out. But if there was a fight, we would have seen it. I feel like there would be videos of fights in practice. That's just not something that goes under the radar. So, I mean, I think the Oilers hold a high standard at practice, and rightfully so. Like, they want to be a Stanley Cup champion, and if one player isn't pulling his weight, and especially when he's a goalie, then that's a significant issue. And it's clearly showing in his play on the ice, and I think it's showing in Chris Knoblauch's actions as well by not playing him tonight, which, take away the team name, you're right, like it's the easiest game on the schedule you might have for the rest of the season. And they're not playing him. And we literally sitting there being like, well, when does he play?
Wrapping up the show, out of town scoreboard tonight. Last night, we got some help. We had some help. The Flyers beat the Ducks in overtime, so Anaheim held to just 1 point against Philly. That one certainly is a good thing. Tonight, games you're going to want to keep an eye on. Seattle is in Nashville to play the Predators. Go, Preds, go.
Go, Preds, go. Nashville Predators.
Yeah. Mammoth in Vegas. Go, Mammoth, go.
Go, Dylan Gunther, go.
Go, Dylan Gunther, go. Flyers in L.A. Go, Flyers,
go.
I think I'm betting Kings puck line, though. Sabres in San Jose. Let's go, Buffalo.
Go, Buffalo, go.
Go, Buffalo, go.
See, did you hear that question actually on whatever Brandon Walker's show is called, of being like, in what market are NHL teams like the top two in that market? I think he said, I think the statement was 3 or more pro teams.
American cities with 3 or more pro teams. In which one of those American cities is hockey the most dominant sport?
Yeah, he said top 2.
Or in the top 2?
So Pittsburgh.
Mildly debatable, but over the last 20 years, the Pirates have been so bad that yes. I think if the Pirates were good, it's a different conversation, but
multiple championships.
Pittsburgh is probably one of them. I will say, I know people were arguing Boston. I'm going to say no. I think Red Sox and Patriots dominate more.
Celtics?
And Celtics. It's a great sports town, and they love their Bruins. I just have a hard time thinking it's 1 or 2.
I don't even know if the Patriots would be 1.
No. Red Sox.
Red Sox, Celtics,
Red
Patriots.
Sox, Celtics.
Because the other part of it, too, like, the Patriots don't play right in Boston. They play in Foxborough. I think it's a little bit away.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a drive.
Yeah, so like Pittsburgh would be Steelers 1, Penguins 2, Pirates 3.
Colorado.
Avs are probably 2 behind the Broncos. Are the Avs more popular than the Nuggets?
I think so.
Probably.
I would think so.
Minnesota? Because they got the Vikings, the Twins, the Wild.
They're and the Timberwolves.
Detroit?
Ooh, Timberwolves.
Forgot
about that.
Maybe the Timberwolves now, but I think if we're going like over a large...
But if we're doing it for Pittsburgh...
It's the state of hockey.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
I would say Minnesota's one of them.
Detroit's up there.
Because you would have, obviously, the Lions.
Pistons are number 1 in the NBA, or in the East.
And the Tigers.
Currently not.
I think the Wings get more love than the Tigers.
I think they might, too. Yeah. I mean, this is just off the top of our heads. What about the St. Louis Blues? Do they have more than... do they have 3?
They have no basketball.
Oh, right.
No
the Rams
NFL.
don't play there anymore. Yeah. All work there.
Tampa Bay?
Do they have 3?
Rays,
Oh,
Bucks,
yeah. Yeah, I would
Lightning.
say the Lightning.
Oh, they're way more popular than the Rays.
The Rays. Yeah, the Lightning.
Florida's a no.
No, because that would technically be Miami.
Yeah, and the Heat. And
the Heat, the Dolphins. They might be 3rd. The Marlins.
Yeah, the Marlins stink.
Seattle only has 2, so that doesn't count. Vegas, I guess technically, there's only 2. And this is men's pro sports.
Yeah, and his argument, too, was once the NBA gets to Vegas, Vegas won't be... No. If you have been there and talked to locals, they love the Golden Knights more than they love the Raiders, obviously. There's a pride level with Vegas being theirs that I don't think is going to go away.
I agree. Okay, Carolina. The Hurricanes Do they even have 3 pro teams? Charlotte. No, because I think Charlotte and Raleigh.
And if you want to throw in the North Carolina Tar Heels, they're not above that.
Yeah, sure. Blue Jackets, they don't have multiple. Philly, no. Oh, 76ers, I would assume, are more popular.
And
than
the Phillies.
Flyers. Yeah, the Phillies, that's true. Devils don't. Capitals? They might be. I don't think the Wizards are
They're
bringing
above
in
the
many
Wizards,
crowds.
for sure.
And then they have
Commanders.
the Commanders. So, yeah, the Capitals.
Yeah, they're bigger than the Nats.
And you
But
talk
when
20
the,
years.
Oh,
of
when
stuff.
the Nats were good and were winning there. But yeah, I think they like the Capitals more.
But they were probably, too, in a similar boat. And I know NFL dominates, but, like, the Commanders have been ass for a long time. I know they beat Detroit last year or whatever. But that's besides the point. There's a few. There's a few of that. Not many, but like he made it seem like there was 0. There's definitely not 0.
Yeah, I agree. All right, boys. That is a wrap on who's coming up pre-post tonight.
I got a loaded pre and post tonight, folks.
How so?
I have me. I have Michael Menzies. I have Sean Pang and Eben.
Whoa.
I got Brett.
How are you going to get 3 guys in there?
You can fit 3 chairs in there.
Okay.
Elks Nation does it all the time. We'll cuddle. We'll get in there. It's going to be a good one. We got 3 bodies because, like as you said, this is probably the letdown spot. You could say of a lot of tough competition throughout the stretch. But I think there's going to be some bad blood. So tune into pregame and then postgame. We'll talk later.
Right here on the Oilers Nation YouTube, new real life dropping later on as well. That is a wrap on today's edition of the show. We will see you all tomorrow right back here at noon Mountain. Oil up! What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.